Here's Cummings for Stokes. Hasn't really got anyone to hit in the middle at the moment. Stokes might fancy it himself, and he does! And why not? Is it on? Is it on? Hibernian's ball in's a good one! It is Kenny Miller! It is 1-1 in the final! Thistle became the 25th different winner of the competition last year when they defeated Falkirk here 2-1. James Vincent scoring the winner in 86 minutes after Watkins and Grant traded goals. Only one of the last 24 Scottish Cup finals has gone to extra time. That was in 2006. Is that where we are heading today? There's only been one English manager to win the Scottish Cup. It was Reg Smith with Falkirk in 1957 when they defeated Kilmarnock after a replay. There will be a second today, but will it be Scouser Alan Stubbs or Londoner Mark Warburton? Hibs in the green and white get us back underway. They're shooting towards their supporters in the second half. In the Tory Glen end, Rangers in the blue shooting towards Mount Florida. No changes for either team at the interval in what is the 33rd Scottish Cup meeting between the teams. The Rangers have won 14, Hibs have won 10. There have been 8 drawn ties. And it'll be interesting to see if the second half, Craig Patterson, follows in a similar pattern to the first.
I think it'll be end to end again, Liam. The question is who comes out the traps quicker this time.
This is Jason Cummings. Hibs trying to launch their first assault on the Rangers goal here in the second half. Zelalem pinching it back though. This is Rangers' 199th match since they began their route towards the top flight in 2012. Began with a Challenge Cup tie at Glebe Park against Brecon City. Andy Little and Lee McCulloch scoring in a 2-1 win. It's been a long, arduous journey for the Rangers supporters. This is Martin Waghorn. It's good play from him, and he just slipped at the vital moment.
He seems
is he looking for the decision?
I'm not sure if he believes he was clipped, but he drives towards the byline. Is there a hand on his back from Lewis Stevenson there? Is that what he was trying to claim? Just about now. He's certainly gone down too easily. The referee's not going to give him a penalty for that.
Rangers keeping up this excellent record of scoring in all but 2 of their matches this season. One of those was in the Cup against Kilmarnock at Ibrox. The other was in a recent defeat to Livingston, which was one of just 5 league defeats. This campaign, Hibs inflicted 2 on them.
Just looking at Lee Wallace, I don't think I watched a game where Lee Wallace has spent so much time back to back.
Yeah. Good point. Rangers of swashbuckling wing-backs. Here's one of them. James Tavernier. Waghorn. Rangers desperate to win a national trophy before they get back into the top flight. That's what one of their main ambitions has been over the last 4 years. Tavernier to Waghorn. 2 players who've made such an impression on Rangers this season.
slack by Danny Wilson. That just invites pressure. Well, Hibs have got to try and use the ball better. Rangers again look better in possession, but it was certainly a poor pass out of defence.
Hanlon. Stevenson to Stokes. He's had a go, and he's forced yet another save out of Wes Fodringham.
He's in the mood, Anthony Stokes. He keeps dropping short when he gets the ball. There's no thought about what am I going to do with this. He's going to fire at goal. Decent save.
Interesting tussle between Stokes and Fodringham as the corner comes in. Just nicked away. It's a goal kick. Danny Wilson was the Rangers player who attacked that. Zilalem. Wallace. Holt to Zilalem. Too much on it for Waghorn. Too much on it for Cummings. This is John McGinn. That's for Cummings. He's going to find him as well. He's on his own right now. Two arriving in the middle about now. No way through. Be surprised to see this go all the way. David Gray was wanting to throw in there. Oh, he came off him last though. You wouldn't be surprised if it went all the way. Both these sides came through via penalty shootouts in the semis, of course.
I don't think either team or either manager wants to go down to that, but it could become a battle of, you know, fatigue or lack of fatigue late in the game. Rangers starting to keep the ball so much better, and that means Hibs players are having to work twice as hard.
Good play by James Tavernier. His though. Rangers beat Peterhead to lift the Challenge Cup here last month before facing Celtic 7 days later.
Look at the bench though, you know, talking about Hibs having to go to the bench because players will run out of legs. Bartley, Henderson, Keatings, a lot of players who can come on, and it doesn't dilute the team at all. You know, they're as strong as the players you're going to have to take off.
Miller at the bar as well as levelling the match in the first half. Jason Holt. And Halliday. Good harrying there by McGinn. Equally so by Miller. How good was that? Brilliant initially from McGinn and then two from Kenny Miller.
Two could be skirmishes there again, and the referee in good position can see there's no fouls being committed and lets it run. Good on him.
Stayed in. Here's Cummings. It's not been his afternoon so far.
No, and it's you know, Anthony Stokes was the man early in the game, you know, who looked like he could turn things around for Hibs. Jason Cummings starting today. Manager will be hoping for big things, but he remains a real danger. You know, on the ball, away from goal, link-up play. It's not happening just now, but he is still a major goal threat.
Rangers looking forward to top flight football next season. Hibs would have loved to have joined them. To wait another year at least. He's very late from Tavernier. He'll be in trouble for that.
Yeah, he's totally committed, James Tavernier, but just doesn't get there quick enough. You'll see the ball's well away when he stretches into the challenge, and he doesn't catch him too badly, but the fact is, going head on into a challenge like that, the referee is going to believe that's reckless, and that's going to be a yellow card.
It's the first of the final, and it goes to James Tavernier. John McGinn is the conspirator for the Hibees here. McGregor and Hanlon, Fontaine, oh wait, it's Fontaine!
Now, does he do well to get his head on the ball, or should this be a goal? James Tavernier is trying to mark Liam Fontaine, he's grabbing him. Fontaine gets the header and he should be hitting target.
Another chance though for Hibernian. If they lose this Scottish Cup final, there will be feelings of regret. They should certainly have more than the one goal that they have. Rangers hit the bar as well as the equaliser from this man, who goes early for Waghorn.
It's a really good idea by Kenny Miller. Realised he wasn't going to get in on goal himself. Tries to get in as early as he can. Tavernier coming out the back post, can't deflect on target.
He's not had a bad season, has he? The big Hibee, Lee Griffiths, the Celtic striker, 40 goals he managed this campaign. He could have had more, missed a couple of penalties throughout the season. Not that the Celtic supporters will let that annoy them too much. Fabulous campaign. Enjoying a well-earned rest. He's not involved in the Scotland games against Italy and France, which are to come in the next week and a half. Like the next fortnight, Rangers have a couple in that squad. John McGinn of Hibernian in there too. It's a long old season. Hibs have played more than 50 games this campaign. This is Stokes. They're eager to put Tavernier under a bit of pressure now that the latter has been carded. And shooting off the ball here meantime, and it was Anthony Stokes who was involved in it.
Anthony Stokes has stuck out a leg to try and block the clearance. The player's kicked through, and he may have kicked onto the sole of the boot of Anthony Stokes, which is a sore one. But there didn't seem to be anything in the challenge. Watch, he tries to block the clearance. Actually kicks him on the knee, so I don't think you're going to book Anthony Stokes for that.
Zilalem. Tavernier gets it from Halliday. Zilalem is fouled by Fivey. That might be a yellow. It is.
The Hibs midfield three are having to work really hard in there, and Fraser Fivey, you know, committing a challenge like that and getting himself yellow carded. I would imagine Marvin Bartley might be warming up shortly. You know, you've got to be very careful. Man sent off at this stage could be so costly.
The Rangers subs today, just the 5 of them listed by Mark Warburton. Cammy Bell is one of them, the goalkeeper. Law, Clark, Shields and young Liam Burt making up the Rangers bench. Hibs have got Oxley as the sub-goalie, Henderson, Bartley, Boyle, Keatings, Gunnarsson and Dagnall.
Dean Shields getting a shout to come round. I don't know if it's just precautionary because of that knock to Zilalem, but Mark Warburton going to spend a little bit of time explaining something to the midfielder.
We'll confirm that in a moment, but meantime it is a Rangers free kick and it's Tavernier who's going to take it. And it comes towards Miller. It couldn't have been more awkward for Conrad Logan than he made it look.
Yeah, stood his ground. I think he realised Kenny Miller couldn't quite make up the ground. Fontaine was matching the run, but Miller just got ahead. Safe for the goalkeeper.
It's well done by Gray. Again, takes it into stride. Cummings to the left. Stokes in the middle. Fivey's there too. It's too much on it though from Cummings.
That's a really sharp move from Hibbs. The turn from McGinn. He puts the pace into it. Out to Cummings. Tries to get it in early. Give the two players in the middle a chance, but over the pair of them.
We played an hour of the Scottish Cup final. Hibbs led early through Stokes, cancelled out by Kenny Miller. The 131st final of this competition. Could have a long way to go yet in the Glasgow sunshine. Here's Tavernier. It's for Miller again. Didn't quite have the same impact when those two combined in the first half. Gray's looking for Cummings. It's a poor ball.
His ball retention is poor now. Rangers dominating possession of the football. When Hibs get it, Rangers are pressing them quickly, and Hibs are giving them the ball back far too cheaply.
And Dean Shields will be on. He's ready to come on, in fact. Just out of picture. And it will be Zelalem who's going to come off. Takes thoughts on that in a minute. Here comes Martin Waghorn. And Zelalem, who's about to be hooked. Mackay. He wins a corner. Oh no, goal kick.
Once again, the referee in good position from here. It did look like it would come off David Gray, but introduction of Dean Shields suggests the manager's looking for a little more craft, a little more guile. Rangers have possession of the football. Zelalem more steady, more of a sitting player. Dean Shields, the kind of player who can go into that front area and produce a killer ball.
Mixed reception for Dean Shields. One half of the stadium cheers him on, the other boo him on. Former Highby up against his old team. Referee today, Stephen McLean, of course, sent off Celtic's Craig Gordon in last season's semi against Inverness, but missed Josh Meeking's infamous handball. Hasn't let it affect him though. And here he is in his first Scottish Cup final, the man in the middle. Stokes. It's for Gray. Tackle by Mackay. Foul by Stokes on Wallace. Encouragingly for the Hibs supporters is that their last two Scottish Cup finals, they were dead and buried by this time. Still very much a force in this one. You do sense though that Rangers are beginning to get a stranglehold on this.
Certainly possession of the ball, very little for Conrad Logan, the goalkeeper, to do, but the fact is, every time the ball's in the middle of the park just now, Rangers can make 8, 9, 10 passes. When Hibs get it, it's 1 or 2, and then it's just launched forward, and possession is given straight back to the Ibrox side.
Here's Halliday. Nice touch from Halliday! There is nothing you can do about that! Andy Halliday puts Rangers in front!
Well, that is an absolute fizzer again defensively. He's time to take a touch, turn, set it up, but what a strike this is. Cross the goalkeeper, bang! You will not see a better strike than that. Conrad Logan, no chance at all, just inside the post. He's got a powerful left foot. He's now hit an absolute belter and given Rangers the lead.
It is a 10th goal of the season for Andy Halliday, who's a big Rangers fan, and he has just put them in front in a Scottish Cup final. What a feeling for him, and what a feeling for Mark Warburton.
Jason Cummings, afternoon is over. James Keatings has come on. Hibs need to get the ball forward. They need to get some kind of sharpness up there. Cummings in the dugout, James Keatings on the park alongside Anthony Stokes.
Well, it's Hibs' Scottish Cup misery about to be extended by another year. They have to come up with a response. James Keatings on the park now. That's a foul by Stevenson on Holt.
Now Hibs are going to have to take chances. I don't think Liam Henderson will be far from making an entrance either, but you know, Rangers will be lifted by that goal. Their passing has been good, and they are going to make it very difficult for Hibs to get on the ball.
Well, it's a real Scottish Cup final classic from Andy Halliday. One of the best you'll see in this showpiece. This is Stokes.
That's a good idea, but from that distance, even a chip that was going in the top corner, I think Wes Fotheringham would just move his feet, move across his goal and deal with that.
$50,701 inside the National Stadium today. Segregation is perhaps keeping it down from being an absolute capacity. We saw Barry Mackay score a wonder goal against Celtic here in the semi-final. That was equally good from Halliday.
Oh, every bit as good. I say, when you turn and you just move it out your feet, you've only got a couple of paces, and he generates magnificent power.
Here's Stokes. Bit of needle between these two this season. Brought on primarily by the whole Scott Allen situation last summer. The Hibs refused to sell him to Rangers. There hasn't been much sympathy for their plight in the league coming to Hibernian down Ibrox way. Final quarter of the game now, though. Here comes Stokes. And there's others asking in the middle why that was not fired across for them.
I still believe he's the man, most likely. Isolated one-on-one, he will take defenders on. Complete miss hit, cuts it a mile wide, but Hibs need to get him on the ball.
Good shout by Craig a minute ago. Liam Henderson is going to be on momentarily for Hibernian. Holt to Miller. And again. Shields to Halliday. And Miller's offside.
Rangers can be patient now. You know, they don't have to go chasing that goal when they get in the final third. Just move it around. And this is why. Just look at the strike. Absolutely sweet as a nut. Just nicks off the inside of the post. Perfect.
Andy Halliday nicked that from his top drawer. It was wonderful. Hibs staring down the barrel of misery again as things stand. There is still time for them to save this. Keatings goes in over the top on Wallace.
If they're going to settle for a word again. No, it's a 50-50. He's thrown himself into it. Just the question is usually stud showing, and you would be in trouble. He's got his foot on the top of the ball, I think. Committed the foul, and just a word of warning.
It's Liam Henderson for Liam Fontaine.
Change of system, back four, midfield diamond. I think with Henderson at the front of the diamond, trying to get him on the ball and link with the front pairing of Keatings and Stokes.
What a feather in the cap of Mark Warburton it would be if he could win the Scottish Cup at the end of his first full season. It would be 3 trophies. He won the championship title and the Challenge Cup, delivering, as things stand, top flight football, silverware and European football in his first season. It's little wonder that he is held in such high regard by the Rangers supporters.
Well, the championship, get back into the Premiership, that was the job he had to do. Everything else is a bonus, but all these bonuses help when you're trying to attract players and when you're trying to sell season tickets.
And the Rangers chairman Dave King has spoken today, and winning the Scottish Cup, according to him, today would change the Rangers' budget. Because of the European football aspect of it, it would increase. According to Dave King, this is Miller. Rangers looking for a third, which you would think would kill off Hibernian. The important phase in the game here. 19 to play of the 90.
Yeah, Hibs have to go for it. I know it's just now with 19 minutes to go. It's a bit of controlled aggression. Stokes, need him on the ball. Liam Henderson, you've got to get him involved. But Rangers looking very comfortable just now. Every time a Rangers player gets the ball, he seems to have 2 or 3 options. Everybody wants to get involved in the play.
Slip towards Stokes, who has 2 Scottish Cup winners' medal with Celtic. One in 11, one in 13 against Motherwell and against Hibs. Stevenson to Stokes. Henderson in support. Taken away from Keatings though by Kiernan. Mackay beats Gray to it. Miller. What a fine game he's having, Kenny Miller. Hold tight to Waghorn. Good full-back work there by Lewis Stevenson. Linking up well, those 2, Stokes and Henderson, in the couple of minutes they've had on the pitch together. There's Tavernier. Shields just took his eye off that. And again, through towards Keatings. It's back by Kiernan to his keeper. Nicky Clark's going to be on for Rangers shortly. Warburton looking at his bench for the second time. And it will be Martin Waghorn, we hear, who will be sacrificed.
He's certainly not moving easily out there, Martin Waghorn. Lewis Stevenson is getting off him far too easily. He just doesn't have the legs to get back and match those runs.
There's Keatings. 5-8. Well, there's a will, there's a way for Hibernian. Henderson to Stokes. It's towards Gray, who's offside. Well off.
And he shouldn't be off. He's the widest player. He can see right across the park. All he has to do is just bide his time. It's a decent ball to the back post. David Gray, it's all about timing. And he's just off and no more, but he should have done better there.
It's not been A vintage afternoon for Martin Waghorn, that's for sure, but he has been so important to Rangers across the season. 28 goals, bearing in mind he missed a large chunk of the closing months of the campaign, and he is replaced by Nicky Clark.
Nicky supplies goal threat, but he'll also work. You know, Lewis Stevenson was getting away far too easy. Martin Waghorn, the legs had turned to jelly. Stevenson down that side won't get away that easily from Clark.
Well, if it stays like this, I'm sure Martin Waghorn will find a lot more energy as Nicky Clark's father Sandy watches on. Fine time of it at Dunfermline, taking them up to the Championship along with Alan Johnston there. Dunfermline will be joining Hibernian in the Championship next campaign. Dundee United, of course, there tomorrow. We'll find out who else will be in that Championship. The final place in the Championship will be taken. Falkirk protecting a 1-0 lead against Killie at Rugby Park, and there will be highlights of that match tomorrow evening on Sportscene. 11 o'clock on BBC One. Highlights of this tonight as well. Rangers 2-1 up and heading towards silver again for the third time this season. Henderson to McGinn. This is Stokes. Loads in the middle here. It's a lovely play. He scored one, but he's missed 5 other chances.
He's absolutely must-hit target there. He does really well to take on James Tavernier. It's on his stronger side. A lot of players to go through, but he's got the quality just to pass that into the bottom corner. $10:25 tonight for highlights of the Scottish Cup final. BBC One. Once there's highlights of tomorrow's playoff final second leg, it will be live on Sportsound on BBC Radio Scotland. It's all about the Scottish Cup final here though this afternoon. Rangers 2, Hibs 1, just over 13 to play. That's lovely play. John McGinn. Stokes left, Keating's making his way into the box. Headed away by Wilson. There's a foul by Henderson, says the ref. They need the best view in the stadium of that. And Henderson doesn't believe, but the minute the ball bounces, if a player gets ahead of you, it's difficult to dispossess him without drawing the free kick.
Those Hibs fans have been in this movie so many times before. They've lost their last 10 Scottish Cup finals. They haven't won it in 114 years. It's going to go to 115 at least if they can't somehow work a way back into this.
Looking for one quality chance, and it has to fall to the right man as well, or set piece. You know, with the big lads in the team, they might still believe that's an area where they can worry Rangers, but certainly in terms of possession of the football, Rangers well ahead just now.
When it comes to cup finals, winning isn't everything, it is the only thing. And this is Liam Henderson. Stokes. Stevenson. McGinn. Nice turn there by John McGinn. He couldn't quite force it back to Stokes though. It's all getting a bit frustrating for the Hibbies. McGinn finds Fivey. He teased Wilson into the challenge, and he's got his team a corner as well.
Might have been the best outcome there. Fraser Fivey didn't look like he was going to get to the byline and get a ball into the box, so I think the Hibs will settle for the corner kick and substitute Liam Henderson. His delivery is usually pretty good.
11 minutes left. It's in! Stokes again! Anthony Stokes rescues Hibernian! They are right back in this! Big time!
Well, I said his delivery is good, he sticks in a good area, but Anthony Stokes gets a free header, bullets it into the top corner, and once again, defensively, horrible goal to lose. Just eases James Tavernier, his marker, off the ball and finishes in style.
Well, it's been Stokes' day so far. It's his second of the match. It's Hibernian second, and it is Rangers 2, Hibs 2, with 10 to play. Elation for the Hibees. Just which way is the seesaw going to go? These two back on terms.
Well, we thought they would be very difficult to split, and that's exactly the way it's panning out.
Here's Keatings. And suddenly it is Hibs with the swagger. McGeoch to Keatings. Gray on the overlap. Here he is. Easily dealt with that time by Wilson. Those things stand. We're off to extra time. Great play by Gray. Caught Dean Shields napping.
Gunnarsson is going to get himself stripped. I don't know if David Gray is going to be able to carry on. It's a great challenge there, but he's done himself a mischief. Coming back, strong challenge. Dean Shields doesn't see him coming, wins the ball, and then Dean Shields, possibly when he came down on top of his knee, might have just twisted it.
And he was already stretching that leg before he made that challenge. David Gray. Yeah. Gunnarsson is coming on. Well, Craig, Anthony Stokes has had more individual chances in this game than Rangers have in total.
Yeah, well, he doesn't play through the middle. He keeps dragging himself normally out left, and when he gets on the ball driving in from there, he can go on his left-hand side, but normally he cuts onto his right foot, and he's missed a couple, to be fair. He smashed one off the post, but he's made 2 count, and that's kept Hibs in this, the Scottish Cup final.
The dream is back on for those in green and white. Along comes the Norwegian Gunnarsson.
And Paul Hanlon going off.
Didn't appear to be struggling. He's on loan from Vålerenga in his homeland. Nicholas Gunnarsson scored against Rangers, of course, in their recent 3-2 victory at Easter Road. So David Gray continues. Gunnarsson at 6'2" will just slip into that central defence.
Yeah, he's played there before. He's filled in at right back. He's filled in at centre back. He's a big athlete, and he's also a target at set pieces because he's very good in the air.
7 minutes of the normal time left. Asking a lot of Gray, who's already moving a bit gingerly.
That's really sloppy, and I just wonder if Hibs, if either team fancy winning this before the final whistle. You know, when you talk about fatigue and heavy legs, Hibs have no subs to bring on in extra time. I wonder if Alan Stubbs is getting the message on, you know, to go for it.
Yeah, Hibs have had a lot of action recently. It's been an energy sapping couple of weeks. Playing Wraith Rovers twice, playing Falkirk twice, having to lift his players for this final. Scottish Cup finals would normally lift you by remembering that you had to take part in it, but this has been a very different period for Hibernian in the normal cup final build-up. In the face up the disappointment of not managing to gain promotion. Stokes with a double for Hibs. Miller and a classic from Halliday. And Rangers leading 2-1, having trailed 1-0. Mackay. Mackay's ball in. Oh, it's a touch from Miller. It looked like his hand that came off. By all accounts, Alan Stubbs has missed the Hibs equaliser from Anthony Stokes. Nature called. What can you do? You got to go, Craig.
Yeah, he might be tempted to go again.
Here's Holt. Runs out of pitch. Not bad news to come back out to be fair.
Interesting inside when he heard the cheer, because you've no idea who's cheering.
Four minutes left to play, and you can just about squeeze a cigarette paper between the two of them.
Yeah, and everybody starts to get nervous right about now, because you know, one mistake, the ball's in the back of the net and there is no time to recover.
We haven't had extra time in a Scottish Cup final for 10 years. Hearts played Gretna, went all the way to pens. It's not a competition that's normally decided by penalty shootouts, just a couple. Aberdeen, Celtic in 1990. Through comes from McGinn, almost found Keatings.
Very close to being the perfect pass. It was a really clever run from James Keatings, but West Fotheringham sharp off his line.
Tavernier, Shields to his right. Good stretch by Gunnarsson. It is at the expense of a Rangers corner though.
I can't believe Rangers are going to take this one shot. Two centre backs have got themselves forward. You get it in the mixer and you see what you can do.
Kenny Miller rattled the bar the last time they took that kind of corner kick. In from Mackay, away by Stevenson. This is Tavernier. Oh. That's annoyed the Rangers support.
I think it's a head knock. I'm not sure if it's the two Hibs players that have clashed, but I don't think the referee can afford to take chances when a player goes down as quickly as that.
No, not at all. It's David Gray, I think, was the other, was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the clash. It's the two of them have clashed.
Made all their substitutions, Craig, haven't they?
Yeah, no, that's going to be a major problem if they lose a player, because you're down to 10 men and a little bit extra room in Hampden. It's a big pitch. With 10 men, it's hard to cover the ground, especially against a team like Rangers who can pass the ball quickly, they can move you from side to side, and they can really take it out your legs. A replay of the goal. Anthony Stokes just eases James Tavernier aside too easily. That's a brilliant header, right in the top corner. No chance for the keeper.
He's been Hibs man of the day. Not just his two goals, he's had lots of other chances. He's put himself about today, and we haven't seen much of that since he returned to Easter Road on loan.
Yeah, he's the type of player who can turn games. He tries the exceptional, and if it doesn't come off, he'll try it again. You know, it doesn't bother him. Other players try it once. If you fail, they give up. They start playing the easy ball. Anthony Stokes will keep trying to do something to get his team the win.
He's proven over the last 10 years, Craig, that he's as good as anyone as far as Scottish football's concerned, scoring goals. It's amazing just how far he's fallen down the pecking order at Celtic. Injury time upon us. Extra time will be 4 minutes after that. Tavernier. This is Holt. Mackay. Rangers hunting down the goal that would surely win the Scottish Cup. Clark. Miller. It's good pressing by Gray. Brilliantly done.
Just pressure, pressure, pressure. Would not give up.
Here's Fivey, who's got space to operate in here, and he's got Stokes off to the left. He delayed it slightly. Here is Stokes into injury time. Wow.
Well, he's hit this really well. The angle's got really tight with a touch, but it's a decent save. I'm not sure if it was going at the back post, but he certainly struck it well.
You imagine being the Hibs player who scores a hat-trick in the final minute of the Scottish Cup final to end a 114-year wait. In comes the corner! The goal from David Gray! 114 years of pain could be about to be brought to a thundering end here. A stunning moment in stoppage time. And in one stretch of the neck muscles, Hibernian Scottish Cup pain and misery could be over.
Well, what a touch from the skipper. He's gone up there, he's brave, he's got his head on it, and he's knocked it into the back of the net. Another decent corner from Liam Henderson, but the man who wanted it most was David Gray. No chance for the goalkeeper, and Hibs are now in pole position to win the cup.
Quite astonishing. Hibs are 2 minutes away from winning the Scottish Cup. 2 minutes is nothing compared to 114 years. And we thought David Gray was going to be off a moment or two ago because of injury. If Hibs don't win the Scottish Cup from this point, then it will be a new way to torture their supporters. Anthony Stokes urges James Keatings into the corner. The Hibs fans all on their feet. Rangers can't quite believe it. The long ball is for Tavernier. It's not going to make it though.
Hibs will take an absolute eternity to get this ball back into play. Conrad Logan will get the ball, and he's going to saunter over and try and run down that clock as best he can.
We could be about to see something very, very special for Hibernian Football Club. There will be a few seconds over the 94 because of the goal that appears to be the winner.
It's a crazy challenge from Dylan McGeoch on the halfway line to give away a free kick. It just invite. Oh, wait a minute. He's changed his decision. The referee seems to have given the free kick to Hibs for maybe it was a hand, an arm that came up. And now it's a chance for Hibs. They're just going to knock this into the corner. Anthony Stokes will get out on that wide left-hand side, and they're just going to chip the ball down there. If it goes out of play, they don't really care.
Well, Rangers have played their part in this final, but they are very much about to be the sideshow by the looks of things. All eyes are on Stephen McLean, the referee here. Do Rangers have one last chance? No, they don't! Ladies and gentlemen, you are witness to a moment of Scottish sporting history. Hibernian have won the Scottish Cup. 114 years of torment, heartbreak and suffering. 10 straight Scottish Cup final defeats are at an end. It's all got too much for the Hibs supporters. One of Scottish football's longest standing side stories has finally reached its conclusion. Last time they won this trophy, it was the year that Real Madrid were formed. Newton Heath changed their name to Manchester United. The vacuum cleaner was invented. King Edward VII was Britain's monarch. That's how long it's been. Generation after generation has suffered. These are scenes the SFA will not want to see. The Rangers supporters beginning to make their way onto the park now as well. It is not what anyone wanted to witness today. Rangers played their part today. Goals from Miller and Halliday turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Stokes opened the scoring, Stokes made it 2-2, and the Hibernian skipper David Gray has won Hibernian the Scottish Cup.